I didn't initially, here we go. I didn't initially plan on ranting like this. Well, I do not like this angle. Initially, I didn't plan on ranting like this. I really thought about something that is the to my anxiety has been how can I serve and how can I help another. I say that to say this. This is very convicting for me at the time. I realized something. Sometimes you are trying to serve your own self-interest. Even if it looks good, you're still serving a self-image. That is in and of itself selfish. We can step out of that by trying to be more like Christ. Now, is that easy? No. It's not easy because it takes a moment of I'm serving my ego again. That's what it takes. I realized too, anxiety does not have a place in servanthood. It doesn't. For example, let's be real. When we see someone that is dating potential, we get anxious. Not because not even because of how they look, because our mindset is set on what can I gain from this brother or sister. Let's be real. A lot of us Christian men should not be dating. We don't have our lives together in the sense that we just don't have a basic framework for the life that we're supposed to live yet. There's just a lot that we don't have in place. I'll be even more real and say a lot of us really ain't walking as close with the Lord as we say we are. That is a scary realization to come to because it is a relationship. Do not neglect the religion aspect of it in terms of structure. You should have a strong prayer life. You should be in your word daily. Man shall not live by bread alone. In your personal life, there should be other things in place. Are you at least some kind of physically active? And I'm not saying do something crazy like train every single day. You ain't got to do that. Are you a little bit physically active? Is there a bit of structure in your nutrition? Are we driving? Do we got our own crib? You know what I'm saying? It's hard for us to, I'm not saying you have to have all that in place. What I am saying is this. Our aim should not be who I'm dating. Because a lot of times we pretend like we're men of God long enough till we get a girl that also is pretending like she's a woman of God. What happens is you end up falling into willful sin. You know what I mean? I want to peel the curtains back on that though. We'll talk about that later. One thing I just really want to press on right now is anxiety. Anxiety is so bad because it's a what if this will happen, or it's really a fear-based mind. If you go in the book of Timothy, it says God gave you what? A sound mind, power, and love. That's all up here. It takes a bit of time. It really does. Because this is why it's so important not to just, where's my Bible? Read like skimming, reading like this right here. Boom, 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 boom. Don't do that. That's really not even serving you. Let's be real. Like, if you read the whole book of Matthew, you can recall a bit. You know, Jesus said something here, he did a thing here. Overall, I don't really remember what's going on. I can't give you a deep, detailed, heart-wrenching description of what's really going on. A lot of us just can't. Now, I'm not saying everybody, but one thing that does apply to all of us is this is really not a book you can read. This book is living and active. What you read today will be different in a week. I guarantee it. A month, 10 months, 10 years. It'll always come back to you in a different way because God is speaking through us, speaking through this word. This is just one of the many ways he speaks. There's many other ways he speaks. This is one of the main ways that God can affirm something in your life. For example, you want confirmation from the Holy Spirit. You open your book, as you're reading, nothing's sticking off the page. When you go to the next page, this thing was like, boom. You have a click moment of, wow, you're trying to talk to me. Like, this is literally God speaking to me. For example, I wanted to get to the bottom of judgment and why we even do that. Whew, I'm gonna drop my book. Getting to the bottom of that was as simple as this. We have to, almost in a metaphorical way, take the log out of our own eye, which means I'm gonna take this little speck out of your eye. I got a freaking log in mine. You know what I mean? It's like we're focusing on the wrong thing. We're not focused on our own sanctification. Much less, how can I help you? I can't even help myself. You know what I mean? Instead of judging, we gotta do better. We really do.